you all to the session on the transmission line parameters, and then in the previous videos we discussed about the effect of the external flux, internal flux, and the transposition of the line, and as well as we compared the single circuit and then the double circuit, which is double circuit lines, in terms of the cost, in terms of the maintenance, in terms of the importance of the double circuit as well. And we understood how to calculate the capacitances or the inductances using the GMD and the GMR method, where GMD is nothing but geometric mean distance and GMR is nothing but geometric mean radius, where GMR is self GMD, and we know that how to calculate the inductance for a double circuit as well as a single circuit. Now let's consider another example in continuation with the previous lecture videos. I would like to take up some of the numericals, which is going to be very important in terms of analyzing how the inductance has the effect and what we need to consider to calculate the inductance between the two conductors, and when the transposition is done, whether it is unsymmetrically placed or symmetrically placed. Let's take another example here. In a single phase line as shown in the figure, conductors A and A dash are in parallel from one conductor, and conductors B and B dash are in parallel to parallel form the written path. Assuming that the current is equally shared by the two parallel conductors dia is 2 centimeters. Now in the figure it is shown that there is the distance between A and A dash is 20 centimeters, and then between these two different conductors, that is A dash and B, it is 100 centimeter, and then between B and B dash on the same conductor it is going to be 20 centimeter. Now we are asked to calculate the total inductance of the line per kilometer, assuming that the current is equally shared between the two parallel conductors. So once the conductor dia is given, we can calculate what is R dash. R dash is nothing but equal to 0.7788 into R. R is nothing but equal to D divided by 2. D is 2 centimeters. So when we calculate 7.788 into 10 to the power of minus 3 meters. Now after knowing the value of R dash, we can calculate loop inductance. Loop inductance is equal to 4 into 10 to the power minus 7 ln dm divided by ds Henry per meter. So 4 into 10 to the power minus 7 ln dm divided by ds Henry per kilometer is nothing but dm is equal to 4th root of dab dash d dash a d dash da dash b and then dba. Now 4th root of dab, the distance between the A and B conductor. Distance between A and B conductor is 20 plus 100, that is 120. 120 multiplied by DAB dash. 120 DAB dash nothing but 120 plus 20, 140. So now DA dash B. DA dash B is nothing but 100 centimeter multiplied by DBA is nothing but equal to 120. That is DBA. Now calculating this, we will get the dm, that is the mutual GMD, which is nothing but the 4th root of this, and then we get 1.1915. ds is nothing but equal to the self GMD, or it is also called as GMR. Now that is nothing but 4th root of DAA, that is only self. So there are two conductors, DAA, DAA dash, DA dash A, DA dash A dash. So we are going to consider this DAA is nothing but equal to 7.788 into 10 to the power minus 3, that is the ln of 1 by R dash, that is 4th root of this. So DAA dash is nothing but equal to 20 into 10 to the power of minus 2. Now DA dash A is nothing but DAA dash again 20 into 10 to the power minus 2. DA dash A dash is nothing but again R dash, that is 7.788 into 10 to the power minus 3. Now calculate this, and then we will be able to we will get the number, that is we will get the answer as 0.0394 meters. Now loop inductance is nothing but equal to 4 into 10 to the power minus 4 into ln 1.1915, that is dm divided by 0.0394, 1.3636 into 10 to the power minus 3 Henry per kilometer. Now after doing this, we can move on to the next numerical, which is nothing but here the So let's consider the second example, which considers the different materials. So calculate the loop inductance per kilometer of the single phase line comprising of two parallel conductors 1 meter apart and 1 centimeter in diameter when the material of the conductor is copper and steel of relative permeability 50. Prove the formula used. So R dash is equal to GMR of the conductor 0.7788 into R, that is 0.7788 into R is nothing but 1 centimeter divided by 2, that is 1 into 10 to the power minus 2 divided by 2, 3.894 into 10 to the power minus 3 meters. Now this is between the distance between A and B conductor is given as 1 meter. Very simple to calculate. L is equal to 4 into 10 to the power minus 4 into ln D divided by R dash Henry per kilometer. Now 4 into 10 to the power minus 4 ln 1 divided by 3.894 into 10 to the power minus 3. L is equal to 2.2197 into 10 to the power minus 3 Henry per kilometer. Now this is the inductance of the conductor when it is made up of copper. Now we can consider the other conductor which is made up of steel of relative permeability 50. Prove the formula used. Now if they say that there is a different material which has got the relative permeability of 50, then we understand that mu is equal to mu naught into mu r. Now we can calculate the loop inductance per conductor made up of steel, which is nothing but equal to L is equal to 2 into L internal plus L external. Internal is nothing but 1 by 2 into 10 to the power minus 7 into mu r plus 2 into 10 to the power minus 7. L external is nothing but 2 into 10 to the power minus 7 into ln D divided by R Henry per meter. So now with this 2 into 10 to the power 2 into 1 by 2 into 10 to the power 1 by 2 into 50 plus 2 into 10 to the power minus 7 ln D divided by R. Substitute the values, we get 7.119 into 10 to the power minus 3 Henry per kilometer. L is equal to 7.119 millihenry per kilometer. Let's understand that which are all the important formulas that we have derived. They are very important in terms of examination, and then it is very easy, it is good to remember the important formulas so that it will consume very less time in solving the problems. So electric field intensity due to infinite line charge E is equal to Q divided by 2 pi epsilon naught R. Now the second formula is potential difference between 2 points due to the line charge. V is nothing but equal to Q divided by 2 pi epsilon naught ln R1 divided by R2 into V. Now R1 by R2 volts. Now capacitance of the single phase line is given by the formula CAN is equal to CBN, that is equal to 2 pi epsilon naught divided by ln D divided by R farads per meter. Now CAB is nothing but the capacitance between the conductors which are having opposite opposite polarities at the same time. So CAN is nothing but the capacitance of the conductor with respect to the neutral. Similarly, CBN is nothing but capacitance of the conductor with respect to the neutral. Now VAB is nothing but equal to QA divided by 2 pi epsilon naught into ln D divided by R volts due to the charge in on the conductor A. Now the same one can be written for the conductor B also. VAB is equal to QB divided by 2 pi epsilon naught ln R divided by D volts, that is due to the charge on the conductor B. Now VAB is nothing but equal to QA divided by 2 pi epsilon naught into ln D divided by R minus ln R divided by D. Now it is nothing but QA divided by 2 pi epsilon naught ln D divided by R volts, and then the CAB is nothing but equal to pi epsilon naught divided by ln D divided by R farads per meter. Now capacitance of unsymmetrically spaced three phase lines which we have derived is nothing but CAN is equal to QA divided by VAN, because C is nothing but Q divided by V. Now QA is 2 pi epsilon naught divided by ln D equivalent divided by R farads per meter. Now 3 VAN is nothing but equal to 1 for three phase line 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught into 3 into QA ln D equivalent divided by R. So VAN is nothing but 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught QA into ln D equivalent divided by R. So CBN is equal to CCN is equal to CAN. Now capacitance of symmetrically spaced three phase lines is nothing but VAB is equal to 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught into QA into ln D divided. Similarly, CAN is equal to QA divided by VAN, 2 pi epsilon naught divided by ln D divided by R farads per meter. Value of the 2 pi epsilon naught is nothing but equal to 2 pi, if we calculate 2 pi epsilon naught, 0.0555 microfarad per kilometer. Epsilon naught is nothing but 10 to the power minus 9 divided by 36 pi. Now similarly, we have found out what is a capacitance of symmetrically spaced double circuit three phase lines, and we can shortlist those formulas CAN and VAN, and capacitance per phase will be nothing but 2 into CAN here because of the double circuit. Each phase has got two conductors and they are in parallel, and Cn is nothing but equal to 4 pi epsilon naught divided by ln root 3 D divided by 2R farad per meter per phase. Now mutual GMD of phase A is nothing but 4th root of 3 into D. Self GMD or GMR of phase A is square root of 2 into dr. So Cn is nothing but equal to 2 pi epsilon naught divided by ln GMD divided by GMR. Now if we calculate this, then Cn will be equal to 4 pi epsilon naught divided by ln into root 3 D divided by 2R farad per meter per kilometer. So similarly, we have derived the formula for capacitance of unsymmetrically spaced double circuit three phase line, that is a transposed line. Now for this, we have found out in using the GMR and the GMD method, which is nothing but dm is equal to 2 to the power 1 by 6, d into d to the power 1 by 2, g to the power 1 by 3, h to the power 1 by 6. Similarly, ds is nothing but r to the power 1 by 2, f to the power 1 by 3, h to the power 1 by 6. Cn is equal to 4 pi epsilon naught divided by ln 2 to the power 1 by 3 d into g to the power 2 by 3 divided by r into f to the power 2 by 3. So farad per meter per phase. Capacitance per phase is 2 into Can. Now find the so using all these formulas, it is very easy. Once we shortlist the formulas, it will become very handy to calculate the required parameter from the numerical. Now find the capacitance of the single phase line 40 km long, consisting of two parallel wires, each 4 millimeter in radius and 2 meters apart. Determine the capacitance of the same line taking into account the effect of ground. The height of conductors above the ground is 5 meters. All this time we have calculated the inductance, which is one of the most important parameter. Now we will start calculating the capacitance of the particular line under the conditions that is stated. Now two conductors are there, radius is 4 millimeter, distance between the two conductors 2 meters. Now line length is 40 kilometers, so r is equal to 4 mm, that is nothing but 4 into 10 to the power minus 3 meters. D is equal to 2 meters, so epsilon naught is equal to 8.854 into 10 to the power minus 12 farad per meter. Now to calculate the capacitance between the line AB, that is the conductors AB, is nothing but pi epsilon naught divided by ln D divided by R. Substitute the values, we get 4.47585 into 10 to the power minus 12 farad per meter. For a line length of 40 kilometers, multiply the value of CAB, we get 0.17903 microfarad. Now considering the presence of the ground wire, in the problem it is stated that you consider the effect of the ground wire. Let's write the diagram to know the effect of the ground wire. Now epsilon naught is equal to 8.854 into 10 to the power minus 12 farad per meter. Height of this from this ground is 5 meters, and D, that is the distance between two conductors, is 2 meters. R is equal to 4 mm, the radius of the conductor, that is 4 into 10 to the power minus 3. If we consider the effect of the ground, now CAB is equal to pi into epsilon naught divided by ln D divided by R into square root of 1 plus D square divided by 4h square. Now that is equal to pi into 10 to the 8.854 into 10 to the power minus 12 divided by ln into D is nothing but 2 divided by 4 into 10 to the power minus 3 square root of 1 plus D is again 2, 4 into H is nothing but 5. Substitute the values, we get 4.49 into 10 to the power minus 12 farad per meter. Total length of the transmission line is 40 kilometers, so calculate the CAB for 40 kilometers, which works out to be 0.17960 microfarad. Similarly, in the next problem, they have mentioned that it is three-phase double circuit line is as shown in the figure. So now three-phase double circuit is given, and here also we are asked to calculate the capacitance values. But only thing is that there is a difference here. Find the capacitance per phase to neutral. Diameter of each conductor is 2 centimeter. Now the distance between the conductors is 1 meter, and then the distance between the line, that is the two conductors, is 5 meters. And this is A, B, C. Since it is transposition, then we can consider this as A dash, B dash, C dash. Now according to this, here D is equal to 1 meter, as I already stated. R is equal to 2 centimeter, 0.02 meters, H is equal to 5 meter. Now with this we can calculate what is M. M is nothing but square root of D square plus H square. Square root of D square plus H square. D is nothing but 1 meter, D is nothing but 1 meter, H is nothing but 5 meters. So 5 meters, that is square root of D square plus H square. That is 1 square plus 5 square, that is 26, root of 26 meters. Now what is N? N is equal to square root of 2D whole square plus H square. Now 2D means like 2 for the double circuit, 2 into 2 square, because D is 1, 2 square plus 5 square, square root of 29 meters. Now the capacitance per phase to neutral is given by CAN is equal to 2 into 2 pi epsilon naught divided by ln into 2 to the power 1 by 3 D by R multiplied by M by N whole to the power 2 by 3. Substitute the values of everything, then we will get 2.7092 into 10 to the power minus 11 farad per meter. Now the capacitance per kilometer is given by CAN is equal to 2.7092 into 10 to the power minus 11 multiplied by 1000, that is, so it can be expressed in terms of per kilometer. Now CAN works out to be 0.027092 microfarad per kilometer. Similarly, I have considered several other examples of double circuit three-phase line has conductors 2 meters. Then we will be able to calculate for the length of 100 kilometers, and then similar steps have to be followed, and we will be able to calculate the capacitance between the line and the neutral also. Now again here also I have considered one more example where we have calculated the current. Current is nothing but V phase divided by XC, and after calculating the CAB it is very easy to calculate XC because 1 by 2 pi FC. Now IC is equal to 2.0489. Similarly, we have considered another example where 3 conductors are taken, and here complete transpositioning is also done. So here we have calculated the capacitance. So like this I have solved many of the problems which are going to be very handy, which have appeared in the university examinations. If you complete this problem solving, then you will be able to solve any of the exercise problems. So with this I conclude the session, and if there are any questions, you can always raise it, and then you can always raise the queries on this. And if you practice the problems, it will be very handy, and then it will be very easy to score the marks in the university examination. So thank you everyone for participating in this session, and stay home, stay safe, and if there are any queries, you are free to raise the queries. Thank you everyone.